Hi, Dr. David here, and I want to answer a question I get asked a lot, and that is porn an addiction? Can porn use be addictive? And the short answer is yes. Porn has all the classic hallmarks of other kinds of disorders, whether they be behaviors like sex or gambling or uh, even food sometimes for some people, and other substances, right? All those different behaviors and or substances can be used in an addictive way. How does it work? Porn releases a huge amount of dopamine. Dopamine is this feel-good neurotransmitter that largely creates this imprint in our brain where that feels good and we want to repeat it. And we get preoccupied with it. And porn is one thing that just really does that to help us soothe ourselves, to help ourselves self-medicate when we're feeling distracted or upset or hurt or even bored. Boredom's a huge trigger for a lot of porn use. And it's a very effective way to kind of distract ourselves, pull us out of our present feelings and drop into the world of fantasy, which is very enticing for a lot of people. It's a robust alternative sometimes for people's own lives. Like other addictions, what happens when we do this routinely and regularly? Tolerance sets in. Tolerance simply means that whatever I do today to get that release of dopamine, my brain sort of adapts to it, so that's not as effective. There's diminishing returns, and so I need more. And so classically with porn, what we see is people start getting into things that are a little bit kinkier in the kind of the genres of porn they're looking at, or a little more taboo topics, or a little bit darker. Anything to kind of get that rush that's going on. That is called escalation. And it's something that gets a lot of porn users in trouble because they start getting into things that are sometimes even illegal. And there's a lot of porn addicts who have faced consequences in the law by stepping into some darker areas just because that's the kind of genre of porn they were looking at to get the kick that they wanted. Like other addictions as well, when people act out with porn, it's often followed by remorse, by shame, by feeling bad about themselves, by that inability to control their use, that powerlessness over it, the unmanageability over it. Like other addictions, if I use despite negative consequences and so on, all those are their characteristic hallmarks of addiction. The good news is that this is a very treatable disorder. And so, but it takes, first of all, an admission that there may be a problem here. It may take a willingness to change our behavior. That may include stepping away from porn, even limiting our use of computers sometimes, and then initially at least, because that can be very triggering. So it's something that we really have to take into account. The porn addiction rather, the potential for it is often minimized. And I think that's a dangerous thing because there's a whole generation of people that are often more addicted to porn than anything else. Dr. David here, signing out.